That is the original Rock and Roll High School, Fort Lee High School in Fort Lee, New Jersey, and I'm Alan Arkish. I directed Rock and Roll High School, and this is what I looked like back in high school. And my high school person in the past wants to greet everyone here in Chattanooga on Slasher Sunday and give you a little background that you wouldn't normally get. Now, this is what the hallways of Fort Lee High School looked like back in the 60s. I graduated in 1966, and that's the image I had in my head when I wanted motorcycles to go up and down the school. Now, you say to yourself, was there a real Miss Togar? Well, there was actually 3 of them. These guys are the principals. He was a principal, he was a disciplinarian, and I have no idea what he did except terrorize students. But he couldn't get me down. I spoke out about too much stuff. Here I am at a school function speaking out against the war in Vietnam, which didn't earn me any friends. But I had a real Mr. McGlee, and that was Ruth Kissel. And she believed in me as a student. And I think that's one of the lessons I want to pass on to you, that there will be teachers who do believe in you. And she called me up 25 years later and congratulated me on seeing an episode I directed of Ally McBeal. She passed away. She's a good person. And one of the things I want to say about Rock and Roll High School, that in the 40 years since I made it, is that it seems to inspire kids to take control of their lives and see through the hypocrisy around them. And that's especially true of young women. And I have to say, over the years, hundreds of women, many grown up into their 30s, 40s, and 50s, have, once they figured out who I was, told me really heartfelt stories about how they felt empowered by Riff Randall. Sure, everyone loves the Ramones. I mean, we wouldn't be here without the Ramones, but we wouldn't have the longevity of this movie without the way that Riff Randall affects every one of us. So if you're out there and you are the age of Riff Randall, take it to heart. Take control of your life and express yourself. Now, there will be enemies. This guy was my gym teacher. He was my nemesis. And I made him a character in this piece, Mr. Spence, played by Grady Sutton. You'll see him in the scene at the beginning with all the teachers. He's the old principal. This is an actor from a W.C. Wills movies from the 30s. You see what I'm getting at here? It may have taken 45, 50 years, but I got back at him. Now, to get the movie made, I had to go to Roger Corman and explain why I wanted the Ramones. And this is what I showed him. This is a cover of a magazine, punk magazine, Mutant Monster Beach Party. And Roger thought this was very amusing. Look at this stuff. And here's the stills. This is Joey and Deborah Harry, a little surfer boy, surfer girl in the East Village, getting ready to ride some waves on First Avenue or Avenue A. Now, when it came to shoot the film, how happy was I to be doing this? Look, here I am in the back of the pink Cadillac with Joey and all the brothers, Marky, John, and Dee Dee. And if you look carefully, right down there is a box of chicken vindaloo. And you'll see in the movie him holding the drumstick for the line, eating chicken vindaloo. And Joey and I stayed friends for many, many years. Here we are together on that same day of shooting. So if all of you have creative ideas and you don't feel you're finding an outlet, do what I do. I stared out this window at Fort Lee High School till I came up with the idea of Rock and Roll High School. I dreamed of a band appearing in my high school out front, like the Yardbirds of the Rolling Stones. And now, since we're in the digital age, we have the technology to take the Ramones and place them into the background so it looks like they're singing in front of Fort Lee High School. Amazing, huh? So here we go. We got music, we got everything. Are you ready? Pretty real, huh? Everybody, sing along. Rock, rock, rock and roll high school. I just wanna get some chicks. Rock, 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 rock and roll high school. Have a great screening.